So I think a good place to open up in regard to coaching is to talk about some guidelines that are important, whether we're certified coaches or whether we just simply coach in a learning and development role or from an HR perspective. And so these are some great guidelines that I think are important. Number one, the goal of coaching is to help the person flourish. I know historically people were often sent to the coach when they had a performance issue or were not doing well or as part of an exit strategy. But within the past 5 to 10 years, that has shifted quite a bit, especially focused on those that are high potential, and millennials, for some crazy reason, like to be developed. So, flourishing is the goal. Also, having a contract, whether you're doing coaching as part of your role with your company, whether you do it freelance on the side, having a contract is really important because it clarifies what the objectives are and it can protect both you and the coachee. So having some type of an agreement, even if it's internal, is often helpful. Confidentiality, of all the things, I think that's one of the most important things. Confidentiality. Depending on the norms or the expectations of your organization or your client, most coach experiences are kept confidential unless someone's at a risk of being injured. Now, we're not therapists by any means, but to be really effective at coaching, you have to be a trusted partner with the coachee, and if they think, oh, they're just going to turn around and tell my boss all this stuff I just shared, it's not going to be as effective. So when I start working with a new company or a new person, that's one of the first things we dive into, is getting agreement regarding confidentiality. Boundaries and parameters. So I've had clients that, are executives, I'm coaching, and then all of a sudden they're telling me they're not sleeping or they're depressed or there's all these other things happening. Because I'm not a therapist, I refer people or I make sure through their employee assistance program that they have a resource that they can tap into for that. So there's that line that because I'm not also a therapist, I cannot cross. And that's important to understand. What is that line? Because I've come right up to the edge a number of times, and being comfortable enough to say, I respect this that you're sharing with me and I appreciate it. And for us to continue to work for your coaching, for your corporate, executive coaching, we need to make sure that these other areas of your life are being supported by people that are able to do it. So that's really important as well. And again, clarity around roles and your code of conduct. So how do you engage and how do you behave and how do you interact as a coach?